it is.
Hi guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey Steve, Johnny and Sarah here.
Nice to virtually meet you. Where are you?
We're in Costa Rica.
I was gonna say you don't look like you're in Canada.
No.
Why? Because we look happy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just working here for the next couple of months just because we have the ability to. So we're like, and we have some of our employees down here, so we're just working here. It's great. We love it.
Amazing. Like
it helps us find more tropical fruits for Romeo, so it's cheaper. So
yeah, actually my kids, that's like their number one destination that they want to go to. So you have to let us know if you find any top tips of places to go or food to eat.
Yeah, lots of tips. It's amazing here. We actually came here for 10 days and then we decided to just stay for another month.
Never left.
Nice. I do actually know somebody who just moved there from Canada too.
Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of Canadians.
Lots of people.
The place that we live here is just tons of people from Toronto. A lot of people moving here from Canada.
And you mentioned that you're part of the reason you're going to be there is discovering food.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the reasons.
Food and life.
Food, life, son. Yeah, I mean, there's so many great fruit stands, and like Romeo is obsessed with fruit, obviously, right? And we were always trying to find new stuff, and sometimes it's hard in Canada. And there's a plethora of choices out here, so we love it. And he loves it.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about Romeo Eats, which is this channel that you've got, which I've been checking out some of the videos. And first of all, the production value is through the roof. So congratulations on that, which I would expect with you guys because everything you do is just like the next level up. When did you actually have this idea of starting this channel? Like where in the process, like since Romeo was born, did you actually come up with the idea?
Well, we discovered that Romeo loved eating all kinds of different foods, literally from when he started eating actual food. And so we just started introducing him to all kinds of different things and seeing what he liked. Johnny's really huge into food, so he would go out to different kinds of stores and find things that you wouldn't normally expect a 1 or 2 year old to be eating. And we've done that with all of our kids, just introduce them to all kinds of foods right away. And he really showed a passion for it. So we started doing stories on Instagram of Johnny and Romeo eating these, interesting foods together. And people started asking for us to do more of them. So when we had, a little bit of downtime, just with lack of a better term, because there's never really any downtime, but when we found a small window of time where we could actually put some time and effort into, like you said, the production of a show, or actually try to show people what it is that he does and how much he loves food. And also there's a real educational aspect to it too, for kids, for parents to discover new foods, to feel inspired to try new things. That's when we really kind of dug our heels in and said, okay, we have some time, let's do this show and see what happens.
Yeah. And I mean, when we first started as well, it was we were just going to shoot it on an iPhone and have me and him sitting in the kitchen, but we can't really do anything half-assed, for lack of a better term. And I knew it was going to turn into a bigger production. And then we just kept going. And then we were like, well, why don't we write the music for it? And why don't we produce songs for it? And why don't we, get VFX and all this stuff? So just turned into this massive project, and that's pretty much anything that we ever do. And sometimes it's to our downfall, I guess, because I don't think it needed to be produced that insanely, but that's what it is, and we're happy with the final product.
Yeah. So usually when a couple of parents have a kid, everybody thinks their kid's a little star, and they might think about making a YouTube video here and there, but you've made this channel and it's consistent, and like we say, the production value is amazing. And then you made an album to go with it, which obviously we would expect from you guys, and then that goes on to win a Juno. This is not normal family behavior.
Yeah.
Johnny and I have, I think, a pretty good perception on, what do we call it, like the parent syndrome, where you watch, like, there's been a ton of times where we've tried to shoot things and been like, oh, that's not quite what we want it to be or whatever. But Romeo just has a really natural way of being in front of the camera when he's doing something that he loves. And he's genuinely curious about all these different foods and has all kinds of questions about where they come from and what they taste like and how to open them and how to eat them. And, you know, he's more knowledgeable on all those foods now than even I am. Like, he'll be like, Mama, don't eat the seeds in that because they're toxic, you know?
Yeah.
So it was really natural for him. So it was easy for us to capture those moments and, you know, create something that we really thought people would genuinely love.
Yeah. I mean, generally working with kids and dogs is a huge no in the film business, but yeah, the fact that he wants to be there and we never have to force him, and he's just always saying the funniest, cutest things, it made it really easy for us. So this is perfect.
Yeah, he's asking us when season 4 is going to be shot because he's like, when do I get to go back to Romeo Eats?
Yeah.
And when you found out that he was like open-minded when it came to food and he was trying all these different things, did it get to a point where you were like, well, I bet he doesn't like this, and you were like kind of pushing the envelope even more to see how far it would go?
Yeah. Not necessarily like, this is something that he definitely won't like, but more like, well, this is something that kids never eat. Let's see if he'll eat it.
Yeah. I mean, his favorite fruit right now is the durian fruit. And most people think it tastes like gasoline and dirty socks. So that kind of explains his palate a little bit.
And what does he not like?
The only thing that he said no to a couple of times has been chocolate, which is very odd.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know those creepy little Easter bunny suckers that are made out of chocolate?
Yeah.
Right.
We tried to give him one of those once and he was like, I'm not eating that. What is that? That's not food.
Yeah.
And I guess you've discovered a lot yourselves about the food in general, like through the production of the channel.
Oh yeah, we're learning. Yeah, I mean, as much as I've always loved food and always tried to learn more about food, the last 2 years has been the most educational time of my life when it comes to learning about different foods from around the world. So
yeah, he'll always come home with some kind of weird squishy round thing and be like, look what I found, it says blah blah blah, and like I could never pronounce what it is, and cut into it, open it up. But we have 3 kids too. So, and we refuse to be short order chefs. Like, we're not going to make 3 different meals for 3 different kids. So our whole motto has always been like, you eat what we eat. Don't give us the kids menu at restaurants, because like there's tons of good food right here in front of us that you could be eating, instead of like everything being the same color as cardboard. We just wanted them to have a really colorful food palette, from day one.
What's your favorite food facts that you've come up with so far?
Oh my gosh, there's so many of them. Fun facts. I didn't realize that so many seeds out of fruits were made into different kinds of teas. That's something, and how beneficial they can actually be for your health.
Yeah, I learned that the ancient Aztecs used to eat dragon fruit, and then they would poop out the seeds, find the seeds in their poop, and then re-eat the seeds because they thought it had something to do with
like a medicinal benefit or something.
No, I think it was like more of like a religious thing at the time or something. They thought that, and that's very gross, but that was very interesting.
That's something we didn't try.
Like, you're not going to try that one on Romeo. So when it comes
to ward off evil spirits,
maybe that would be the one thing he doesn't want to eat.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that's something that we want to watch either.
Yeah. I mean, somebody probably would in a weird way. But yeah.
Oh my God.
So obviously most people will know you from the music side of things. How are you introducing music to the kids? What's your philosophy on that?
Well, again, we have 3 kids. So we've spent the last, better part of 8 years watching a lot of YouTube, watching a lot of shows, listening to a lot of kids' music. And to be honest, it can get very tedious and very mind-wrenching at times, listening to like Baby Shark over and over and over again, although they did nail it with that song for kids. But we wanted to create music that parents could listen to and tolerate and even love, whether it's in the background while their kids are watching the show, or if they're in the car and they are looking for a playlist for their kids to listen to. And of course, for kids to fall in love with and sing along with. And it was really fun for us to get to, step away from any kind of like pop structure culture and just do whatever we wanted when it comes to the songs. They're all different genres. they're all different kinds of ways of singing. They're all about different foods, and looking up, researching each food and then writing lyrics based on that research was really fun and interesting too. And we got to be goofy, so it was just something that we were hoping and still hoping that people will listen to the music and enjoy it, as opposed to being like, oh, if I have to watch that episode or hear that song one more time, I'm going to throw the TV off the balcony.
And what kind of music were you guys listening to when you were their age? Were you listening to like kids music, or were you listening to more kind of grown up music?
I definitely had some Sharon Lois and Bram, some like those types of albums, but my dad listened to a lot of like classical guitar and rock and roll and stuff like that. So that was always on in the background too.
Yeah, I probably listened more to, adult music when I was a kid. I listened to a lot of Beatles and stuff, and my dad's records. Probably a little bit of Fred Penner mixed in there, but
yeah.
Mostly. I mean, our kids are the same way. Like they don't really listen to a lot of kids' music, to be honest. It's mostly just stuff we're listening to and just random things. We're trying to get their musical palette is as wide open as their food palette. So
we've always talked about reinventing the ABC song to be more. I mean, it's a great song, obviously. It's a good song. Very catchy.
Very good. Yeah. I don't know if you could
very hard to forget, but it's given us a whole different perspective on songwriting and making things really exciting for not just kids but for grown-ups too.
Yeah, well, I think if anybody can reinvent the ABC song, it's definitely gonna be you guys. What kind of music are you introducing the kids to, like, that you actually love as adults? And are you taking the same approach, like testing different things on them and showing them all kinds of genres?
I'm trying to give them the same. I'm trying to make them like the same things I like, because and so I'm starting down the same road as I kind of listened to growing up. So like I said, the Beatles and even some like Rage Against the Machine and some Simon Garfunkel and just all like the classic music to kind of give them a good base. And then obviously we listen to the pop music that's happening now, and sometimes we'll put on metal and like rock
90s
and like
music.
90s punk rock. So whenever we eat dinner, we just throw stuff on from our childhood just to get them a base, and then we like to learn new music ourselves, so they're listening to that as well.
Yeah, we do it at dinner time sometimes. Like if we're eating Italian food, we'll say, hey Google or whatever, put on an Italian music playlist, or same with all different kinds of foods. But then we'll do like, hey Google, play Pantera.
Yeah.
And each one of the kids has a different kind of musical style. Our middle son is really into 90s like pop punk and punk rock, and
our oldest is into classical music. He loves
our oldest
movie
son,
scores and stuff. So
piano driven stuff for sure. And it's interesting to see what they get into and to kind of play around with that. So it's pretty cool adventure so far.
Are they showing any interest in actually playing music yet?
Yeah, absolutely. So our 8-year-old son, Giorgio, they all do piano twice a week. Johnny's mom is an amazing piano teacher.
Oh, that's handy.
It's one of those things that came naturally for Giorgio, and Luigi's really into kind of producing his own music there's all kinds of apps and stuff you can get on their Chromebooks or their iPads where they can mess around with a screen that looks a lot like, Pro Tools or Ableton and stuff like that. And Romeo is just, the music is in his soul. He'll walk around and just make songs up out of whatever it is that he's doing, or sing something that, something from what he saw earlier in the day, or just make something up. He's always making up songs and playing instruments. So.
Yeah. Like there's not many parents that can say to their kids, oh, here's mommy and daddy collaborating with Snoop Dogg or Steve Aoki.
Well, they probably wouldn't care about it unless it was like, I don't know, a really popular Minecraft character, or I don't know, Coco Melons or something.
Yeah.
So what's next for Walk Off the Earth, or have you got planned on that side of things?
We have so much on the go. We just released a new single called Bet on Me. It's doing really well. So we're going to be kind of promoting and working that for a bit. We have a new album coming out this year. We're going to be touring. We just released a bunch of tour dates We're playing in Toronto at Budweiser Stage. Very excited about that hometown show. We're also playing the iconic Carnegie Hall in New York City, which has been on our bucket list.
Wow.
And a whole bunch of other shows through the States and Canada, maybe some European shows coming up as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, and anyone can check out that on our website, walkup.com. Love to see you guys. It's been so long since we played. Like, we've had a couple shows over the pandemic, but just to get back on the road and really get integrated and just
feeling the energy of the crowds.
We're so stoked for that. And just so many other things.
We have a cartoon that we've been working on, very dedicated to it over the last year. It's taken about 6 years to bring it to fruition, but it's called Woat in Space, Walk Off the Earth in Space. And we're very excited. That cartoon also will come along with an new original song with each episode, some of which are my favorite songs that we've written so far. Yeah. And so we're excited for people to see that. And then just, we've been doing these short reels, these 15-second clips of fun ways to arrange different songs and music, and whether it's originals or covers, people have been really digging it. So we're working on those constantly, and we don't stop. So working on Romeo Eats season 4 and writing some more music for that. And, fingers crossed, maybe winning a Juno this year. But if not, that's cool too. Yeah. There's lots of really amazing artists that are up for it. So
and of course, Romeo Eats season 3 will be dropping in the next month as well. So excited about that. It's already all shot. So
yeah.
I saw you guys in Montreal when you played I think it was part of the Jazz Fest when you played the outdoor stage.
That was one of the most epic shows we've ever played.
That was unforgettable.
Yeah,
I was pregnant. I was pregnant with Romeo at that show.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And here
very pregnant.
And here he is. Like at that time you were pregnant with him, and now he's the Juno Award winner. Yeah. Crazy. Life's a funny thing, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Well, my last question is, can I come and live at your house?
Yeah. The door's open. Mi casa, su casa.
Yeah.
Come on down. Yeah. Let us know if you're in Costa Rica. We'll show you around.
Yeah, it's so nice.
I can give you the let me see if I can flip the camera here.
I think you're gonna make me jealous. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so nice here. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, that's not a bad view to wake up to.
No, it's very inspiring. Very inspiring.
Okay, well, it's been really nice talking to you guys, and good luck with everything you do. I'm sure you're not going to slow down anytime soon, but it's good that you're bringing music to the next generation as well as the food. And enjoy the rest of your day. I'm sure it won't be hard.
Thanks for your time, Steve.
Thanks so
All right.
much.
You take care.
Take care.
See you, brother.